Hello and welcome to Melomaniax, the podcast where we take unbiased deep dives of the biggest bands, musicians, and artists of all time. I'm Ashton.
And I'm Dallas. I really appreciate that nice NPR intro there. That was lovely. So welcome back to Melomaniax. We had a brief respite, which we'll talk about in a second. And before we do that, wanted to let you guys know, please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you're listening to this podcast. Show us a little love. We'd appreciate it. Ratings, reviews, comments, likes, they're all encouraged. We're also on Instagram and TikTok. That's at Melomaniax Podcast. And I'll throw it over to you, Ashton, for some show updates as we move into the new year here.
Yes.
And then we'll get started on today's episode, which will be wrapping up finally, mercifully, the last 2 years of the 2000s.
Yeah, so you actually just reminded me saying that, but TikTok's getting banned now, isn't it? Did that thing?
It got banned for like 13 hours or something, and then it came back, and Trump's working on a plan to not get it banned, I guess. I don't really know where we're at with that, but for now it's okay. It's
gotcha.
Back.
Cool. So the reason we took a little bit of a break is I just moved to Chicago from South Carolina. Woo-hoo! And I did it with a couple of U-Hauls and ourselves because we don't like to pay movers. Although I learned next time we're definitely paying for movers. That sucks. Because you and I took a U-Haul up there, and then the week later, I took another U-Haul up there and had to unload it overnight and turn it in. And then Nicole just brought up a third U-Haul, which is the rest of our stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're all done now. All of our stuff is moved up here. So other than Nicole herself, she's got one more week of training. But yeah, my wife Nicole,
is that down here?
Down in Greenville, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yep, she's training with the personnel manager there. So yeah, my wife got a promotion, so we moved up here to Chicago and needed to take a couple weeks off the show to get things situated. And then we would have been back on last week, but I didn't get internet for like 10 days after being here.
Yeah, so I was gonna say we were hoping to avoid having to take a break, but then you moving and then it was in the middle of the holidays. Like there was so much stuff going on. We were like, I don't really see a way around it. So we ended up just being like, you know what? We'll just get back to it when we get back to it. So it ended up being like 1 or 2 weeks off.
Yeah, and now we're back. And
we're back.
Thinking for new things for the show this year. I think we're going to open up that Discord to everybody, and other than keeping it as a Patreon thing. And then we're just going to have our Patreon as like if you want to support what we do here, type thing, and not really have anything behind any kind of a paywall. So we want to start building that community on Discord and start talking to everybody a little more. So I think we're going to open that up, and that'll be happening probably sometime this week. So we'll keep you guys posted, and we'll finalize all this before our next episode. So, but anyways, let's finish those last 2 years of the 2000s, man. It's gonna feel good to get out of the 2000s because it has been.
I know. Unfortunately, we got the 10s next.
We do have the 10s next, which are
ended up being like a 6-month series.
I know, dude. I didn't know. I mean, we knew there was a lot of music.
I thought it'd be like 5 weeks tops.
But my goodness, the amount of music that comes out.
It's nowadays. Exponential, and it's still exponential to this day, which is crazy.
Yeah, especially.
Let me look up a quick stat.
Once you get influencers and YouTube and stuff, people getting making music on those kind of platforms,
yeah.
Which will start in the
fun fact for you. I found the stat here. Do you want to take a guess? How many new tracks are added to Spotify and other streaming platforms each day?
This is daily?
Yeah, daily.
God, I want to say it's over 1,000, but I don't know if that's crazy.
It is around 100,000.
100, jeez, dude. 100,000.
So, talk about the exponential growth of music, yeah. So, now obviously most of that is, pure horseshit. I used to run a podcast where we had people send in music, and some of the stuff I got was just like, oh my God, there's not as much competition as I thought. Like one thing was like, it sounded like somebody ripped like the lowest quality, 64-bit MP3 off of YouTube of like a rap beat. Mm-hmm. And then it sounded like they did the vocals just through their laptop microphone.
Ah.
which is fine. Everybody starts somewhere, but don't submit that to someone and be like, "Here's my statement." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
just
like you gotta do a little bit more to compete, bro. Like this is nothing.
yeah,
It
you
doesn't
gotta
even matter if you're writing the best lyrics in the world. Like I can't hear them, and no one else can. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, that
that's
makes sense.
probably 80% of what's going up, maybe more, on Spotify every day. So 100,000 seems like a big number, but when you control for pure shit, it's much smaller.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell exactly what's while we're going through these artists, like who's like big, who's just small enough. Like,
Yeah,
of course, all
for
of
sure.
them are just big enough to be on a Wikipedia list, but like
That's good. Yeah, they have a link. That's a good start.
they've
So
done something, right?
yeah, so right off the bat, January 1, we actually have 3. We have someone I'm not familiar with, Ayumi Hamasaki with Guilty. We have Praxis, and we have the Smashing Pumpkins. American Gothic is that album.
Nice. What?
That's the first day of 2008. Obviously, we're not going to, read everything here, but we are going to hit the highlights that we recognize. And if there's anything we missed, then go ahead and hit us on the socials with
Fun
or
fact:
Discord.
Smashing Pumpkins are from Chicago. I've been looking
Oh
up
yeah,
I've been looking up all
ton of
kinds
bands are
of
from
stuff.
Chicago.
Yeah, I was like, I've been looking up a bunch of stuff just to Chicago things, and I saw there's like quite a bit of bands from here. So
Tons of like 2010s like pop punk and metal bands are from Chicago. Sia. Some people have real problems. I said it in one of the other episodes, but I did not realize Sia was releasing albums so often before everyone else started knowing her with like Chandelier and stuff, which would have been, I think, like 2014.
Yeah, that is
What's
true.
the next one you recognize?
So this is
I see Ringo Starr.
So that's her 4th album already, like you said before, and sometimes it takes a while before you really hit it big. Or
It's the 10-year overnight success. Most people, you realize, oh my God, who are these guys? They're massive. They've been doing it for like 10 years.
Yeah, right. They just finally it's finally paying off, type thing.
Yeah, I'll never forget when I realized that was the first time I heard of the 1975 was in 2016 when I saw a drum cover of one of their songs off that album. I was like, oh, this sounds really good. So I started checking them out, and I was like, oh, these guys are good. Oh my God, they're coming to Charlotte. Oh, they're playing PNC, and it's sold out. I was like, who the hell are these guys?
Yeah.
So to me, they were an overnight success. I went back. I remember looking at their Facebook page, and Facebook always shows you when the page was created. It was created like when Facebook was. It was like 2007 or something.
Oh wow.
I was like, okay, so these guys have been around doing it for a long time.
They've been around.
Yep. So anyway, Ringo Starr, Liverpool 8. Is that?
Yeah.
That's his 15th studio album. Wow.
Past him, there's a little bit of a stretch of nothing that I recognize, but maybe you.
Oh, Foxy Shazam. Introducing Foxy Shazam. I assume that's their first. That's their second, actually. Okay. They have I saw them live at that St. Pat's Festival, actually.
Foxy Shazam. Oh, okay.
Here's a nice one. What do you got?
Adele.
Oh yeah, 19.
That's her debut.
Yeah, that's a big one, right? That's got a lot of stuff on it.
I think so.
Right below that, Bullet for My Valentine, Scream Aim Fire. That's a really good one.
I saw that one. No, there's not really anything on her debut. I think it's her follow-up. I think she's a sophomore.
I remember the cover.
Instead of a sophomore slump, I think she's got the sophomore I think the sophomore album is the one with like Rolling in the Deep.
Fire to the Rain, whatever that one is. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to end up being her second album. I actually don't think I've listened to anything on that first album. I bet it's really good. Anyway, she's great.
Yeah, for sure.
You said Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah, Scream Aim Fire, they're good. January 29th has like 1,000 albums on it, and Idina Menzel is one of them, and Protest the Hero is another one. That's good. Fortress, that's a really good album.
Vampire Weekend. Is that debut? It is. Does that have the song on it? Their one song?
I don't remember their one song, actually.
It starts off with the guitar that goes like... Oh.
That does sound... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that was them. Okay, nice. Down here, Gwen Stacy. Pretty sure that was a... Yeah, okay, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that's the character from Spider-Man, and it is.
Wait, it is?
That's where they got the name off of. I was like, there's no way that's just someone's name.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sure it is, but... Jack Johnson, Sleep Through the Static. I don't think... How 2008 is Jack Johnson, dude?
Dude, like the embodiment, like literally.
Is there more? This is the most 2008 thing ever, right? February 5th. Jack Johnson, Lenny Kravitz, Sheryl Crow.
Yep, you did it.
That's it. We did it. All right, moving on. What do we got here?
After that.
Oh, Simple Plan. Their third, self-titled.
Self-titled, yeah.
The album was a large musical departure from the band's previous albums, as its theme was more love-based than teen angst. Okay? I have a hard time associating Simple Plan with teen angst.
Teen angst,
yeah. They are singing about, like, you know, being a kid and how it's not fun all the time, but also it sounds so happy. It's like, well, you're not really.
Yeah, right.
Every single Simple Plan song makes me think of any high school movie in the first act when the two main characters get out of their mom's car and they're like, first day of high school, and the bell rings and they walk up to the door and it zooms out and you see a million kids. That's every Simple Plan song.
Yeah, that is exactly Simple Plan. I like that scene you just painted. I can see it. Like,
yeah, you can
perfectly.
see it. It's so clear. Yeah, it's at least 37 movies have that exact same scene.
Dude, I didn't know Janet Jackson had so many albums. Not that it's a ton, but her 10th came out this year.
Discipline.
She has 10 albums?
10
She
albums
probably has
is
more than
crazy.
that.
And also, though, not really, though, because Johnny Cash has like 807. So
Yeah, that is true.
yeah, he released an album a week for 40 years. So he's doing all right.
Then we got Dolly, Erykah Badu, both on February 26th, releasing stuff.
Danko Jones. That's what everybody calls me. 9 Inch Nails, Ghosts 1 through 4. That's such sick art. I love 9 Inch Nails album art.
Oh, look,
They
dude.
just turn all the ends backwards.
The Black Crows the next day.
Warpaint. That's not one of
Warpaint.
the good ones.
No.
No.
One of the slumps.
Alan Jackson, Good Time. That's a really good song. And I assume it's on that album.
Most likely. I'd imagine so. Let's see. Flogging
Oh, dude,
Molly.
Meshuggah releases Obzen, which has really cool art. I don't know if you've ever seen that art.
I haven't. I am looking for it. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's so Tool-like.
Yeah, it is. Meshuggah's awesome. They have some cool stuff. They have famously a song called Bleed. I think it's their most famous song. You should listen to that song. It's like 8 minutes long of the most insane double bass. Like if you try to do it for like 4 bars, your legs fall off. And this guy does it for like 8 minutes. And you watch him do it, and it looks like he's just like taking a nap. You're just like, all right, cool. So I suck at everything. That's fair.
Yeah, I have a bad habit, when I'm just sitting there where I'll just bounce both my legs like alternately, like really quick. Of course,
I do that
the
too.
tempo is not like even, but it's probably some kind of like thing like
Dude,
that where his legs
should
are
check
just
out
like
Bleed.
bouncing and they're just perfectly in time.
So if it were just like da 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 da, that'd be cool.
Oh,
but he's
doing
playing
variations.
He's playing a beat called a Herta, which is for like 8 minutes. And it's just, dude, it's one of the coolest, like, I don't know. You should watch like a live video of it and then listen to the recording, but it's one of the coolest, like just throwing the gauntlet down. Like it's like every drummer's goal to like nail that song.
I bet he's got teeny little skinny legs too.
I actually don't remember. His name's Thomas Haake, Haake. I think they're Swedish or something.
There's like 2 kinds of drummers. There's like ones with big old thick meaty thighs and like big legs, and then there's the dudes that have pencils for legs. And they're the ones that have pencils for legs, I swear, are the ones that are always killing it on double bass.
Yeah, there's no weight there. They just flutter around like a butterfly.
That's what I'm saying. They have nothing but stamina.
He actually looks really cool. He's got really long gray hair. It looks really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, his legs look they look maybe a little too skinny for his body, but not like crazy.
Dude,
he seems like a pretty buff dude.
I've got all kinds of grays popping up on my, like near my right above my ears, on the sides.
Oh yeah,
dude,
nice.
I'm gonna have the fucking silver lines going across the sides of my head in a couple years.
That's dope.
It's gonna be crazy.
We got Rick Ross Trilla was singing that this morning.
We got my boy Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Rick
course.
Ross, Snoop Dogg.
Fat Joe. Sucks.
Wish I knew
Pick a
that
better
guy.
name.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, ego tripping. Bryan Adams 11. Is that his 11th? It is. Nice. Go Bryan Adams. You'd think if this is the first episode you're listening to, you'd think that's a joke, but we've seen so many artists that are like Beyonce 3, her 7th album. You're like, what?
Yeah, right.
What is the thoughts here? Muse drops Harp. Black Tide, Light from Above. Dude, I actually like that album a lot. I forgot about that.
What date are you on?
March 18th now.
Okay, gotcha.
Dude, I gotta go back and listen to this album. Black Tide is the band. Light from Above. Each member of Black Tide was under 20 during the recording of this album, which was pretty notable at the time. And if you listen to it, you would not think that. Oh my God, dude! The front man was a high school freshman and 14 years old when the album was written and recorded. That can't be true.
Which album?
Black Tide, Light from Above. If you listen to it, it's like Metallica meets Guns N' Roses. Like, it's super cool.
Oh.
And apparently they were like 15 when they did it, but I don't remember him sounding like he sounds good. He does not sound like a child. I'll have to go back and revisit that with that information. Let me make sure that's in my library.
Adding it.
What else we got? Flow Rider.
Flow
Rider.
We got Panic at the Disco.
Which album is that?
Pretty Odd. Their second studio album.
Where am I? Are you ahead of me now?
March I see 21st. 21st, not 21st.
What good art, dude. They're so good.
Yeah,
classified as psychedelic pop? I don't think so. I don't know about that. How about just pop rock? Let's not get crazy with
Ever since Pink Floyd came out, they throw psychedelic at the front of every kind of genre. Like, we just put the ones that we don't really know in this category.
Yeah. Just call that alternative.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
That's what I always do. If I don't know what to call it something, it's just alternative.
Yeah. Counting Crows, the B-52s.
The Raconteurs. That's one of
R.E.M.
Jack White's other bands.
Love an R.E.M.
Oh, The Sword.
release.
That's a good one. The Black Keys, Attack and Release. Nice. That's their fifth.
Moving into April. Yep. Black Keys, Fall Out Boy. Oh, that's a live album. Lame.
Yeah, George Strait. What number is this for him? 25th. Yeah.
Woo.
Wow.
Bro, he's killing it.
Theory of a Dead Man. This is their third album and the one that I recognize the art for, so it's got to be their biggest one. Veil of Maya. That's a cool one too. Although the production on that album was not very good, if I remember. But the stuff's cool.
Mariah Carey's 11th studio album, E = MC squared.
Well, Mariah, we know you don't know what that means, so let's not get carried away there.
Dawkin, Lightning Strikes Again.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Just looks like a motorcycle logo.
Oh, dude. I want to meet the people that like design those things and are like, dude, this looks so cool.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Dude, you're not going to believe how cool this art is. Like, all right.
Oh, dude.
Show me.
Here's the album my dad and I went to see for Rush. Rush's Snakes and Arrows.
Snakes and Arrows. Yeah, I remember that. That was the tour that like everyone our age went and saw.
Yep. I still have my shirt somewhere. Great show.
Oh, so that live album would be from that tour. So you have an album that could commemorate that tour. That's kind of cool.
Yep. That's really awesome.
Lady Antebellum releases their debut. Nice.
All right. Madonna. I'm always shocked at how much Madonna, like how far into the 2000s she released music, but she really was just like.
And Whitesnake.
Way past her.
Good to be bad.
Yeah, actually.
That's actually later Whitesnake, like around this time, is actually super good. He did a really good job of hiring like the best guitar players, and this was like the Doug Aldrich era, and he's amazing. So, and he could still sing good. So it's really good stuff. Like it's kind of modernized 80s rock. It's super cool.
All of his money to get the musicians and left no money for the album artwork.
Just like, you know what? Just throw an X on a thing and
Bro,
you'll be
it literally
done.
looks
Fine.
like the cover of an old PC game.
Dude, I love the
like an
dude,
early.
you're so right. Like Age of Empires.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. It looks like
Yeah.
Age of Empires, like an early 2000s computer game. Like
That's so true. The riffs on this album are amazing. But yeah, that artwork is terrible. How about Flight of the Conchords, their debut? That's cool.
It is debut. Okay.
Business
I like
Time,
that.
Most
I like
Beautiful
that
Girl
artwork.
in the Room.
I like their album.
Love that. Yeah, that's kind of quirky and fun.
I like that. I like that art style. Yeah.
Blind Melon, their third.
Let's go. How many
First album in
albums did they
13
even
years.
make?
Well, so I think, their main singer, Shannon Hoon, he died pretty early on. So I don't know what they did after him. Looks like this is the first one since him, though.
Gotcha.
Goldfinger. That's the, if you don't know Goldfinger, you do if you've played Tony Hawk Pro Skater. They're literally the Tony Hawk Pro Skater band. Like every one of their songs is in those games.
Ooh, Def Leppard down here.
Def Leppard, Songs from the Sparkle Lounge. That's a really good one. That's the one that has that song with Tim McGraw on it, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, killer song.
That's a good one.
9 Lives.
The Roots. Yeah, I was like,
the Cab, Whisper War. That's cool.
April ended a Newfound Glory there. Tip the iceberg.
Yeah, right here. This April 29th, we have a ton of like Warped Tour bands. Augustana, The Cab, Forever the Sickest Kids, Him, Newfound Glory. That's all the ones I recognized that would be Warped Tour bands. But also on that same day, we have Pussifer and Testament. Though the Formation of Damnation, that's the funny one. That's that album I probably showed you. If you go through and listen to the first like 5 or 6 seconds of each track, they literally every single song sounds the exact same.
Blast beat.
It is so funny, dude. They're all in the same key. Like whatever open is, it's just literally like like you're just like, all right, cool. Like every song, you should go do that. It is very funny. It takes not much time because you just have to listen to the first 5 or 6 seconds. But that's the Formation of Damnation by Testament.
Yeah, we can do this
also,
after Testament.
Good songs, but you gotta laugh if you go through it that way. It's just fun. It's like your 1, 2, 3, 4 thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's the same effect as the 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Ramones.
And my sister made a playlist. This is kind of a similar thing. She made a playlist called Whiskey, which is just songs that have whiskey in the title. It's like 300 songs long.
That's good too. Yeah, there's a lot of whiskey songs.
9 Inch Nails, their 7th. Gavin DeGraw. That's his second. Oh, I was thinking about his first. Never mind. Chariot. Yeah, I really like the first one. This one's good too.
Clay Aiken. Goodness.
Jason Mraz.
You said that's his first one?
For Gavin DeGraw,
that's
his
second. Gotcha. All right. Moving along. Jason Mraz, I think you just said Filter. Why do I know Filter? Oh, yeah, that's right. I know
song,
Filter. Yeah.
What's that song they do?
So, I don't know, but he mentions
Hey Man, Nice Shot.
Yeah, Hey Man, Nice Shot. They actually listened to a whole Filter album when I was driving down to Disney with my parents. Yeah, take a picture. Dude, they're good, actually. Like, outside of their
Filter?
2 big hits, like, I'd be interested
I
in
think
listening
Hey
to
Man,
their
Nice Shot
discography.
is pretty terrible, but Take a Picture is pretty awesome. So
Most of their stuff is a lot harder. Hey Man, Nice Shot is like, hey, can you write something for the radio? Yeah, here you go. And then everything else is like a lot harder and stuff like that. They're pretty interesting. I'll have to send you a couple things.
Take a picture if you go back and listen to that song, and then go back to the movie from when we were kids, the original Pokemon movie. There's a song they play in there about brothers fighting brothers. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's literally the same song as Take a Picture. It's so funny.
That's awesome. I'll have to go look, make an edit,
I know, right?
I see Usher here.
Here I stand.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Scarlett Johansson. What?
Wait, huh?
Her debut. I didn't know she sang.
Me neither.
The Ting Tings. We started nothing. We were just listening to this the other day. That's so good.
Oh, it's listed as indie
That's
folk.
Not My Name. That's Not My Name. That song.
Mm.
Good stuff. 3 Doors Down, they're 4th. I think
Yeah.
that's one of their big
Throwing
ones.
us
Oh
off
yeah, do
with
you remember?
self-titled.
Yep. Do you remember Citizen Soldier and It's Not My Time? Dude, those are big songs.
Jesse McCartney?
Is this the
Third.
one with the hit? No. I'm down near the end of May now. There's a band called Vader. That's cool.
Al Green, Cyndi Lauper. Yep, I'm past Vader now. Moving into June. Damn, only June? I always forget how long these are.
Yeah, that's wild. We might need to kick up the pace a little bit. Disturbed, Indestructible. That's killer. Also, I've always loved that artwork.
Journey, Revelation in there. They're 13th.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Sticking that one in. Lil Wayne, the Carter 3. That's the big one.
Oh, yeah. That's very 2008.
Yeah, that one is a huge, huge album. So far, I'm still not super impressed. There's been a couple debuts.
No, we don't have anything
but
that
like nothing is
tops.
really like sticking out so far. Ooh, The
We have Viva
Offspring.
La Vida from Coldplay.
Oh, nice. That one's not bad.
Joe Satriani did sue them and did win against that song, so that's pretty interesting.
Okay. Oh,
Judas
dude,
Priest,
it's your song.
Nostradamus.
I am Mr. Dallas.
Yep, I was just thinking that.
Dude, I know it's Nostradamus, but I don't think I can unhear the.
It's so funny. So if you go listen to Nostradamus by Judas Priest, the chorus, he just goes, I am Nostradamus, but it sounds like he says, I am Mr. Dallas.
Yeah, every time,
So,
man.
One of my friends, Colton, pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh, I got it. So now it's one of our long-running jokes with some friends.
Katy Perry, One of the Boys. Second studio album. This is when she got with Max Martin and was like, make me a star. And it worked.
Oh, Greg Wells is on this one, too. He's a big mix engineer. That's cool.
I Kissed a Girl and Hot and Cold. Yep, got her.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's decent. Her other ones are bigger, where she has like 3 or 4 number 1 hits on it. But that one is the one that like put her on the map. I'm not seeing a whole lot here in the rest of June. Motley Crue, Saints of Los Angeles. Don't you like that album?
That song is cool. I would have to hazard a guess that the album is shit, but the song is really good.
Okay, the song is good. Album, not.
I think that was the first one kind of back. Well, they had the original lineup back. The album before this, that one was famously bad. This one, I remember this one being marketed. It's like Motley Crue's back, and that song is really good. I haven't even gotten into the rest of it, but Shine Down the Sound of Madness. That's really, really big album. That's good. A lot of good stuff there.
Yep, and then Vanessa Hudgens still reaping in that.
I just saw that. Yeah,
reaping in that High School Musical fame.
Yep, I was just thinking that.
All right, I'm moving into July. And there is not a lot to start. Let me tell you that.
Alkaline Trio, My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade is Dead. That's their second live album. Reliant K, The Bird and the B-Sides. That's a fun name. Tech 9. Moving on, 303, Beck. 303 is very 2008, huh?
Damn, a Randy Travis album.
It's so crazy you don't realize something is so, 2008 or 2003 or 1987 until some time has passed, and then you look back and you're like, oh, wow, yeah.
Right?
Miley Cyrus Breakout. That's the first one where she was kind of away. Her first record not affiliated with Hannah Montana, yeah. I mean, I know she struggles personally, but she's professionally made that transition pretty smoothly.
Right.
She kind of like softly went into it and then got more and more crazy as she went on, and it worked out for her. Love on the Inside from Sugarland. Alice Cooper, Along Came a Spider. What you doing, Alice? Go play more golf.
I'm sure he'd love to.
Hawthorne Heights. Dude, Trapped. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, wait, this is actually a good one. Well, I say good. Let's put an asterisk next to that. But not like an unknown one. Who's Going Home With You Tonight? You remember that song?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that one. I just
Man.
recognized the album art.
Wow, I actually know this one, Noah and the Whale. Their debut.
Nice. Jonas Brothers, a little bit longer. I did not know this. We played a gig up in Belmont, North Carolina, and the Jonas Brothers parents live there in Belmont, and they have a restaurant, and we ate at their restaurant and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Blackstone Cherry, Folklore and Superstition. Their bass player was our old manager for some years. Cool guy, cool band. Lady Gaga, The Fame. That's pretty massive. Jeez. That's got to be one of the bigger pop albums of all time.
Oh, I didn't really recognize The Fame till I looked at the album artwork and went, oh, jeez. What's that? Just Dance,
check
Love
out
Game,
that
Paparazzi, oh my God, Poker Face. Dude, that
No,
album
every
was crazy.
hit was off that album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out that Stained. Stained released The Illusion of Progress. Check out that album art.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
I like
There's only one thing that bothers me, and that I is not centered between the A and the N.
Yeah.
That's the graphic design guy in me being like, that's such an easy fix. just line it up.
It's like it lined up. Even though it's not exactly, I was like, it almost lined up the A with the N for illusion and the I like with the O, but it's still further over. Yeah, I can't look at that much longer without just
Dragon Force
punch the
Ultra
screen.
Beatdown, dude. That album art is hilarious. I don't even know what I'm looking at, but I like it. Oh, Slipknot, All Hope Is Gone. That's one of my favorite Slipknot albums, actually. There's so much good stuff on that, and I believe it's one of, if not the last one with Joey Jordison. That can't be right.
Yeah, that one has Psychosocial on it. I love that song.
Yeah, that song's good. There's a lot of other good songs on that album, but that song is also cool. All right, moving into September, Hollywood Undead, Under Oath. Under Oath released something earlier this year, too. I remember seeing them.
Dead Mouse.
Bring it up.
Love me some Dead Mouse.
Oh, I skipped over that. I didn't even see that one. Random album title. Wow. Cool.
It's funny because I always felt like Dead Mouse and Daft Punk were kind of like, against each other in a way. They kind of like compete. And so then like he had Random Album Title, and then Daft Punk had Random Access Memory a couple years later. Which I know they mean completely different things, but it's so funny that they kind of do that.
That is pretty funny.
That album, Dead Mouse, has my favorite Dead Mouse song on it. I remember. That is my shit. So,
Gym Class Heroes, The Quilt. Don't know it. Jessica Simpson.
Still doing music.
Oh, and this is actually listed as country pop. That's interesting.
Nice. Who else forgot? LL Cool J.
Oh, we also get Metallica Death Magnetic. Some people hate, some people like. That's true of most Metallica albums.
Other than like those core 4 or whatever that.
Well, even people that like the early ones like hate on the Black Album. I'm like, that's the best one.
That's wild.
Darius
Rucker.
Remains, Breathe Carolina.
Ooh, Buck Cherry. Black Butterfly. That's actually kind of a good one. Buck Cherry's career trajectory is pretty interesting. It's had some ups and downs, but then the later you get in their career, like up to now, it seems to be more downs than ups, unfortunately, because I really like those guys. But 15, I think that was their third album. They did 2, and then they took a break, and then they came back and did 15. That's the name of it. Just a phenomenal album, start to finish. It has Crazy Bitch and stuff on it, but so many good songs on that album, and the mix is super fun. It's really, really good. Really love that album. What is on Learn to Live? Oh, it's his second. DJ Khaled, dude. One of my favorite people on the planet, DJ Khaled. Do you ever go down the rabbit hole of watching DJ Khaled videos? I've seen some like compilation videos,
dude,
of him.
He is so fucking funny. It's either one thing. He's either on a like completely different comedic level, like just peak comedy, or the dumbest person you've ever met.
I was just about to say.
And nobody knows. Nobody knows which one it is. Like he walks that line so well. That nobody could tell if he's being serious or not.
I was like,
but dude, it is so
I
funny.
was literally thinking like on when you said there's only two things, and one of them I was like, he's the dumbest fucking guy alive. Like in my head immediately.
But see, he can't be that dumb because he's built an empire. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that doesn't happen on accident.
Yeah, but
it's hard enough to make it happen on purpose.
yeah, but you don't necessarily have to be. You can know how to do one thing really, really well. You know, you could.
I don't know what that thing is.
You can
I
play
haven't figured out what that thing is.
You can play in the NFL and know football so damn well, make millions of dollars, and everybody wants to know your opinion about everything in life. No,
that's Travis Kelce.
Let's only ask that guy about football. That's all he's an expert in. Just because he makes millions of dollars and famous doesn't mean he has life figured out. He has football figured out. Okay, so DJ Khaled can be the stupidest guy you've ever known and know a lot about the music industry, but like he doesn't.
I don't even think he knows that though.
You don't need to take your life advice from. Yeah, you're right. I don't even know if he knows that, dude.
My favorite one is where he's wearing a green tracksuit and he just pauses for a second, then he looks at the camera and he goes, "Call me asparagus." Bro. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, another one. He's in the middle of saying something. I cannot remember what he's saying. It is so funny though. He's in the middle of saying something that's not important to this story, and then he pauses, and you could tell he like gets lost and like forgot what he was saying, and then he looks directly in the camera and goes, "Oh shit, what does he say?" It's just he goes. It's the caption is like when you're programming defaults and you go back to your original programming. So he's in the middle of saying something, and then he's. It cuts out and he stares at the camera and he just goes, "They ain't believing us." And then he goes, "God did." Dude, it is the greatest. All of his videos are the greatest videos I've ever seen. If you don't follow DJ Khaled on Instagram or TikTok, you could just follow the hashtags. They're so funny, dude. All right, that's enough DJ Khaled. Neo, Nelly.
Yeah. Dude,
Portugal
Nelly
the Man, they're actually kind of
Nelly looking cut in his fucking album artwork. Dude's crazy.
Imagine just going to the record store as a man and just buying that and standing in the checkout line with the art just up and just everybody staring at you and you're just like, I just really like Nelly.
I love Nelly.
I just love. No, I'm not even going to listen to it. I'm just going to take.
Bro, if I look like that, I'd every album, literally every album artwork would just be a fucking close up of my abs. Every single one.
Yeah.
Did you come here for music or just to stare at me? Wink.
Because I ain't got the music.
Yeah.
That should be Nelly's tagline. Good thing I got abs because I ain't got music. Amon Amarth, Ben Folds, Europe, still doing it.
Kings
Crazy.
of Leon. The Pussycat Dolls.
Remember them?
Yep. David Gilmour. What the hell?
Demi Lovato. That's a good album. Don't forget. Well, I don't know about the album, but it had one good song. She came out as like the Disney girl that was like kind of rock, and it was kind of cool, like punky.
Yeah.
That song, Here We Go, 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 Go Again. That's a fun song. I think it's off that album.
The Plain White Tees.
Doing that camp rock thing.
True. The camp
Dude,
rock.
have you seen, speaking of Camp Rock, do you know the scene, I think it's in Camp Rock 2, where they're walking through the forest and they're like doing a dance and they're just clapping and going, Camp Rock! And it's like 30 of them. Dude, somebody took that scene and mashed it up with, I want to say it was Lord of the Rings, where they're hiding from the Black Riders.
Uh-huh.
And it says... It shows Frodo hiding and stuff, and then it cuts away, and it's Camp Rock, and they're walking by. And it cuts back to Frodo, and he looks terrified, and he's hiding. And it cuts back to them, and Demi Lovato looks at the camera, Camp Rock! Like, dude, it's so funny, dude. I can't even explain how funny this is. This is funny video hour over here.
Yeah, right.
You guys got to go find these. Me explaining them is not going to do it. Metal Church. That's actually a pretty funny band. Plain White Tees, Big Bad World, Trivium. Shogun. That's a pretty good one.
Jennifer Hudson had is this her debut? It's her debut. She had a really good
wow.
A national anthem performance.
Oh yeah, she's an absolutely phenomenal singer. She's the singer in the movie Sing. She's the one at the beginning and the end.
Really? Okay.
That's like the ridiculously famous girl in the world, you know,
Yeah.
and just has a crazy voice. Yeah, that's her. Bring Me the Horizon Suicide Season. I remember that one being advertised in like the Hot Topic in that mall in Columbia.
All right. I'm
This was
moving
the kind of the
into.
start of all the like metal and stuff that I later got into, but at the time I was like, come on guys, like can we not rock? Like why do we got to do metal? I
Moving
could never find
into
musicians to play with. Everybody
October.
wanted to do metal. Big Country King, Southern hip hop. That's hilarious. Dude,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean Oasis, that's cool. Hey Monday,
Where you at in October?
October 7th, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Rise
not
Against,
seeing.
Tesla, Gojira. We got to speed this up. Getting stuck talking about DJ Khaled
Oh,
way too
dude.
much. AC/DC,
AC/DC's
Black
Black Ice.
Ice.
That was
That's a
cool.
good
Cool
one.
release.
That's a really good one.
Pink's
Hank Williams the
Funhouse.
third. Oh yeah,
This is a good one too, if I remember correctly. Yes,
yeah.
it
She
is.
she rocks pretty hard.
This is a good one of hers.
John Legend, Evolver. That brings us to November. Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley is absolutely insane as a guitarist. Hinder, Take It to the Limit.
I forgot about Hinder.
Yep. So did everyone, unfortunately.
Oh,
What
Vanilla
about David
Ice is
Archuleta? Did you forget
back.
about him?
I for sure did. 100%
Remember the Battle of the
did.
Davids?
Yep. All right. Jedi Mind Tricks. A
We've seen
History
them a
of
lot, dude.
Violence.
Taylor Swift, Fearless. That's our second.
Second. Yep.
The Killers, Day and Age, featuring just 15 different versions of Mr. Brightside, and that's it. Nickelback, Dark Horse. That had some songs. Third Eye Blind, Zach Brown Band, The Foundation. That's a big one. That's got Chicken Fried and all that on it. I thought that was earlier than that, actually. Oh, and Guns N' Roses, Chinese Democracy.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot that was 2008 as well.
I was like, I forgot that. That was this year.
Kanye's 808s and Heartbreak. Dude, actually, there's a lot of big albums this year. Jesus Christ.
At the end of the year. It's like all towards
That's like
the
5
end.
or 6 now that are like massive.
Yeah.
Britney Spears Circus. I don't remember what was on that one. I don't know if that's enough to win it out, but this year might be number 2.
Yeah, I still don't have it as number 1.
Yeah, I mean we're at the end here. I see, Maroon 5, Fall Out Boy, All American Rejects, Jamie Foxx, Saliva, Snoop Dogg.
This year ramped it up at the end, but it just wasn't enough. But man, they made a good case towards the end.
Yep. All right, that brings us 2009. Let's roll. Here we go. January 6th, starting the year with Animal Collective. The album is called Merriweather Post Pavilion. I'm not familiar with it. Are you?
Nope. Let's see.
Cool. Good start. All right. We got Saxon, Creator with a K, of course.
Bon Iver?
Bon Iver, I think is how you say it.
Bon Iver?
Yeah. And then if you like that, you'll love Cattle Decapitation.
Yep, they are very much alike.
Oh, yeah.
What came out in 2009? This is weird years for me in my head because I moved in 2008, I think. So it's like all of this would be music that I was now listening to like up at my new house. I don't know what I was listening to. We're about to see though. Oh, dude, Hoobastank. Let's go. There's some 2000s. It's their fourth.
Yep. I feel like they were before this, like their big stuff.
This is probably the very end of their go.
Lisa Left Eye Lopez,
Cannibal
from
Corpse
TLC.
still doing it.
Dierks Bentley, The Fray. Nice. That's their second. That's a really good one.
Oh yeah, I recognize that album artwork.